Everyone, Tea Club members are pleased to see you again. Today, I will have a demo lesson with imaginary students. We will show you how to teach grammar using guided discovery method in the 7th grade. Please open your books on pages 127, 129, Unit 9, Lesson 9a and follow me. While watching the lesson, please think about how we can teach reading. Let's go to the class. Hello, boys and girls. Hope you are all fine. Let's start our lesson. Today, I have prepared something interesting for you. I will show you a video. Please watch it and answer the question. What Kyrgyz national sports are shown in the video? What Kyrgyz national sports are shown in the video? Kurösh, wrestling. Ordo, Han's palace. Toğuz qorgol, 9 sheep droppings. Kok-Boru, kid grabbing. Odarış, wrestling on horseback. Jambatmai, shooting at the target while galloping. You probably noticed that horse is shown throughout the video as a symbol of nomad's life. Look at this statement. A horse is a man's wings. Do you agree with this statement? Why? Why not? Talk to your friend and answer this question. Most of you are likely to agree with this statement because a horse is a precious possession for the Kyrgyz people and they always treated horses in a special way. Horse is a symbol of freedom, wealth. There are a lot of national games on horseback. A variety of national food is made of horse meat. So, Kyrgyz life has always been closely connected with horses. No wonder that there are a lot of Kyrgyz proverbs about horses, such as a horse is with his owner and head is with its brain. If you don't have a horse, it's like having no legs. When you have a horse, discover the land. When you have a father, discover the community. What can you say about past life of the Kyrgyz people? Past life of Kyrgyz people has been associated with horses quite often. Now, let's look at these pictures. Can you name these Kyrgyz national sports? Let's look at the pictures and check your ideas. Picture 1. Atçabış, long-distance races. Next, Kız Kumay, chasing after the bride. Kok-Boru, kid grabbing. Tıyın engmey, picking up coin off the ground. Talk to your friend and answer these questions. Question 1. Which sports do you think is the most interesting and why? For some of you, probably Kok-Boru is the most interesting, because it looks like football but on horseback. But for some of you, Atçabış might be the most interesting because it's very exciting. So, question 2. Which sports game is the least interesting and why? As for the least interesting, you probably say tıyın engmey because it sounds very boring. Okay? And the last question. Which sports game would you like to participate in? probably you would like to participate in Kızılkumay. Now, today we are going to read a text about one of these games, Kok-Boru. Have you ever watched it either on TV or on the stadium? I think you have. But before you start reading, okay, so can you look at this exercise? So here are some words from the text: grazing, carcass, chased, objective, herd, saddle, occasion, whip. So read these sentences with highlighted words and match them with their meaning. For example, some sheep were grazing to feed themselves at the pasture. So were grazing, it means drink water or eat the grass. Right, so were grazing means eat the grass. What about the rest of the sentences? Let's look at the answers. So, question 2. Let's boil a chicken's carcass to make soup. Is carcass a body of an alive animal? No, it isn't. Is carcass a body of a dead animal? Yes, it is. Let's repeat together. Carcass. Once more. Carcass. Once more. Carcass. Okay, right. So you are going to read a text about Kok-Boru. But before, write 3-4 questions that you would like to ask about Kok-Boru. For example, what does the word Kok-Boru mean? How many players are there in Kok-Boru? Now, read the text and find the answers to your questions. Let's check the answers to the questions. Question 1. What does the word Kok-Boru mean? Kok-Boru means grey wolf. Question 2. How many players are there in Kok-Boru? There are 2 teams with 10-12 players. Read the text again and answer whether the sentences are true or false. If it is false, please explain why. For example, Kok-Boru is a kind of sport on horseback. Is it true or false? Right, it's true. What about the rest of the sentences? Let's check the answers together. Sentence 1, true. Next, people created Kok-Boru to make special occasions fun. It's false. When wolves attacked the herds of animals, people got angry and chased after them. Next one. This sport is quite modern. Right, it's false. It's an ancient sport. Next one. Each team has its own gauge. And it's true. All the players can play this game at once. Right, it's false. Only 4 players from each team can participate in the game at a time. And players can pass the goat carcass to their opponents. Of course, it's false. They pass it to their partners. Now, so read the summaries and match them to the paragraphs. And the summaries are: Kok-Boru has some rules that players have to follow. And next, Kok-Boru is an ancient game which was started in order to protect the herds of animals from the wolves. Please match them with the paragraphs. Let's check the answers together. Kok-Boru is an ancient game which was started in order to protect the herds of animals from the wolves. The first paragraph says that Kok-Boru is an ancient game which was started in order to protect the herds of animals from the wolves. And the second paragraph is about the rules that players have to follow. And this is the end of our lesson. Your homework is exercises 1-2, pages 20-21 in workbook. And I will see you next time. Bye! Dear teachers, let's start our discussion. Hello, Nelly.
Hello, Aiperi. Today you had another good idea of the leading activity.
Thank you. I tried to raise students' interest through showing a video of World Nomad Games. I just wanted to give them an idea about the topic of the lesson, Kyrgyz National Sports Games.
I see. I like your idea. Students seem to be interested in the topic of the lesson.
Sure. And what do you think about the logic of my lesson?
I think I like it. Let's look together at the course of your lesson.
Let's do it. First, I introduced the topic through the video. Then I provided a proverb about horses and naming Kyrgyz national sports games. All this was done for the sake of my students, to help them enter the world of Kyrgyz sports. Then, students matched highlighted words to their meanings. I did that because I wanted to make sure that my students are able to understand the text, and all these activities are part of pre-reading stage. Then, students made up their own questions about Kok-Boru and read the text. They didn't have many questions, 3, 4, so because they read the text for the first time, and they had some general ideas about the game, and this type of reading is called skimming. Then they read the text for the second time and answered whether the answers were true or false. So this time they had 6 questions to answer, and this time students read the text to know the details of the text, and this type of reading is called scanning. So, and reading for details.
I see. I noticed that you gave them the questions prior to let them read in the text. Why?
Right, Nelly. So because if I gave the questions before they read the text, then they wouldn't have purpose for reading. Whenever you ask students to read the text, they need to have a purpose or task for reading. Otherwise, the students may not get focused on the text. They may look at it without any comprehension, understanding, let's say.
Okay, Aiperi, I see. And the last question is, you mentioned that you were going to show how to teach grammar using the guided discovery method, but students only read the text.
Sure. So I will show grammar presentation during my next lesson. And today it was a pre-stage of guided discovery method of grammar presentation. I look forward to sharing with you more ideas. See you next time. Thank you, Nelly.
Thank you, Aiperi.
See you soon.
Goodbye.